Now, this environment is called the network environment. And you may have heard this before, but your net worth is related to your network. And what that means is that the network environment is oftentimes impacting your financial environment. Another way to say that is that money has species recognition. In other words, people who build businesses hang out with people who build businesses. People who work in jobs hang out with people who work in jobs. People who invest hang out with other investors. But people of different income classes oftentimes associate with people of those same income classes. This is why millionaires hang out with millionaires and billionaires hang out with billionaires. So the question to ask yourself is, what is the impact that your network is having on you, and what networks do you interact with? Now, you might be a part of an association or a group for your industry. You might be a part of a social network like a Facebook or a MySpace, or a social network that is specific to something you're trying to accomplish, like the ultimate game. You might also understand that your networks might be smaller or more intimate networks, like things like a mastermind group or an accountability partner. These are networks, and these networks impact your conversations and, of course, your relationships. So the question to ask yourself is your network still of value to you, and are you providing value to the network? You know, I often hear of people who join certain associations or groups because they want to contribute, and basically it's past the expiration date. In other words, they're still contributing to that, but they're not receiving value, and they don't feel like they're contributing value. So ask yourself, have you designed your networks to be a part of where you're headed in the future, or are they still a piece of your past? And if they're still serving you and you're serving them, then that's fine. A couple other things that you want to consider or ask yourself about your network is, number one, do you have a network that is diverse? In other words, it includes both men and women of all ages, varieties, cultures, industries, and walks of life? Or do you have more of a closed network that keeps you experiencing the same things over and over again? How good are you at accessing resources in your network? Do you have the ability to call beyond just the people that you know intimately? Have you developed the right self-image to give you the strength and the charisma and the skills to start talking to people that are 3 or 4 levels deep in your network? And ask yourself this question: have you designed a network full of go-givers or go-takers? You know, it's a subtle but important distinction for you to think about is, does your network serve you, and are you serving your network? Also, what you want to do is you want to take a look at the energy in that network. In other words, have you surrounded yourself with people who are positive and inspiring and moving ahead in their lives, or have you built a network of people who are maybe slow or negative, or they're draining or dragging you down? You'll know the moment you walk into that room whether that network inspires you or expires you. And what I'd like you to do is to consider that all of your networks are controlling not only your life experience, but your financial experience, and oftentimes how your body is. And what I mean by that specifically is, do you surround yourself with people who are in great shape, who are physically taking care of their bodies? Have you surrounded yourself with people who are conscious and talking about money and how to create more value? Do you surround yourself with a network of people who support a positive, loving, inspiring relationship, or do they get together and talk about what's wrong in their relationships, or why things aren't working, or make snide jokes about men versus women, or things like that? It may seem like subtle things, but your network is related to your net worth, and it has a major impact on your life. So take a quick snapshot at your mastermind groups, at your teams, at your associations, at the groups that you belong to, and ask yourself, are they inspiring me or are they expiring me?